Ever having one of those moments where you're wondering whether it's worth even getting up? Welcome to Oregon. You hearing all this? It's not actually raining. I just stepped outside and there's no actual rain falling off the sky anymore. This is just from the tree that we're camped underneath.
Don't want to wet again.
I don't think you're gonna have a choice, mate.
I can stay here until the rain stops.
The rain has stopped.
You can hear it lying to me. Misinformation, Heidi.
Fake news, Heidi. Right, I'm gonna make a coffee and see whether the tree stops dripping on us long enough to convince my husband that it's not actually raining.
I can hear it. It's like a mean animal spitting at me.
Okay. Good morning. Ooh, look at that.
Oh wow, look at the mist over there.
Yeah. We're finally off. It's 8:20. Rainy days like this, it takes you forever to get your crap together. Everything's wet, you don't want to touch anything.
8.
Yeah, 20 past.
22 minutes past.
He's braving the rain. I am in full weatherproofs, purely because I'm going to go first. Because the big issue, when it's been raining, it's no longer raining. Hasn't been for a while. But all the vegetation is wet. So I'm going first to make sure I brush against all the leaves first, because I've got rainproof trousers still. And hopefully that way Brian's not going to get too soaking, because his rainproof trousers, well, he doesn't have them anymore. Oh no, we do. They're in Washington. You know, because hey, it never rains on the PCT, doesn't it? I don't know what's lurking in the mist there, but it seems to be, I don't know where that comes out at all. Snowy mountains over there. Quite close as well. Huh. It's a very cloudy morning. The sun has come out, which is a good thing. We might stop for breakfast soon and try and dry out the tent and various other bits that didn't quite enjoy yesterday.
I haven't left for like 10 minutes. I'm wasting away. What? Okay. Dramatic 5 seconds.
Amateur dramatics always over. Just had our breakfast break down there and did what everybody else is doing. Drying our gear over the sunny fence.
Dry tent and dry sleeping bags.
Yep. Which is the bare minimum that you need to hike a trail. Our socks are dry, yeah. Still not dry, but getting there. Unlike the husband. A lot of forest walking today, again. It's always nice when you come out into a clearing and get a bit of a view. It's pretty here. And the sun is finally out in force. Hello! And we'll hopefully stick around for a bit. It's not too warm. There's a nice breeze going. So we're in our happy medium now. Not getting rained on and not getting fried. See, I knew the PCT had it in it somewhere. Having a quick water break at the Hayat Lake Reservoir outlet. Very pretty. There's a bird sitting in the middle of the stream. Just went in from one rock, let itself get drifted over to the next. Wonder what that is. think this is one of those butterflies they're trying to protect around here. Tiny little thing. Cute. Pizza one. We got a ride down to Hyatt Lake Resort. Awesome little place. There we are. Beer, 6 bait, ice, snacks and pop. What more do you want? And we shall have pizza. That's what more.
Old as a glass. Sorry. Ice cold.
Ice cold beer. We will say a big thank you to Geeky Hiker Girl, Don Almond, who identifies every plant and bird and butterfly on our
We do
videos.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And a mysterious lady who has so far, in the short time that we've known her, gone by 3 different names, so I'm guessing she's really Jason Bourne. We'll go with Nadine at the moment, so thank you very much, guys, for your beer money. Yes, it's Sierra Nevada beer again.
It's very nice beer. It quenches a walker's thirst. Well, me anyway. Yeah. You must be still out here. They said it's after.
Oh yes. Back at the trailhead. Just got a lift back from Hyatt Lake. From a lovely lady, Karina, who works down there. We've had our body weight in food and yeah, carrying on hiking now. Met a lovely Australian couple as well. They're out here to do a section, and they recognized us from YouTube, so they came over like all smiling and greeting us, and we were like, oh, have we forgotten we've met these people? Really, really nice couple. Enjoyed talking to them. Nice evening this is turning out to be.
We don't have any beer. How can it be nice?
You had a whole pitcher of beer.
The wife took the last pint. What, a pint?
Boo to the wife.
Say it.
Boo to the wife. Yeah, big pizza, dessert and beer. It proved to be a wrong combination for hiking. We're done. We're pulling up a bit earlier than we had originally intended, but yeah, we also are a bit later than we had originally intended, so it's about 7 o'clock now.
Yeah.
And we found this neat little spot.
The view, like,
Yeah,
you could die for.
lovely view over the lake. It's obviously being used by people because there's some sort of a makeshift campfire which we will obviously not touch.
No,
It being,
in this
yeah, you're not actually at this moment in time allowed any kind of campfire, so you know.
Or smoking.
Oh, smoking! If yeah, I might have misread that.
I see the sign again.
Yeah,
No smoking.
yeah, you're actually not supposed to smoke because you know the fire risk is that high. Not that it stops anybody from smoking, but yeah, that's yeah. That'll be us for the night. It's flat. It's an old dirt road kind of thing. The trail's like just behind those trees there somewhere, so we're just far enough off the trail to not cause a nuisance. And we shall sit here and digest a lovely meal.
We have no pizza.
This man's lost it. Clearly, one pitcher of beer is too much for him.
I didn't have a full pitch. The wife had drank the rest. Feel like I've been robbed.
Do I have to make you walk in a straight line?
No.
We finally peeled ourselves away from our campsite after establishing that it really was only raining on our tent and nowhere else anymore, and started today's hike, which was pretty much all day long. Very pleasant, undulating, easy grades. Mostly through forest, occasionally spits you out in a on a nice ridge. But yeah, mostly it was just really nice forest walking. We made really good progress actually, except that we kept stopping for our own personal reasons, to chat to people, to, you know, we stopped at the highway. Where's the highway gone? Oh, my finger's right on it. There. We stopped here for quite a while. We had breakfast there by the road junction, and also to dry out our gear. Because obviously everything, the tent, when we packed it away this morning, was super wet. And some of the clothes that we had washed at Reese's was still a bit damp because we couldn't hang them on the pack yesterday. So we just stopped there for about an hour and a half just to make sure everything got reasonably dry, and then carried on to the little Hyatt Lake, or Little Hyatt Outlet. It's actually a reservoir, not a lake. Which is where we topped up with water, because we were still debating at this point whether to go into Hyatt Lake Resort, for the pizza or not. So otherwise we wouldn't have bothered picking up water here, but we thought, well, if we're not going in, then we will need the water, because water is a bit scarce in this section. I mean, there's a water source down here that doesn't exist. There was a water source yesterday just before we camped up that doesn't exist. A lot of the water sources are not in operation anymore. They tend to be sort of spigots that have been turned off. But anyway, we carried on after we did a little break to the road junction to Hyatt Lake Resort, where two southbounders arrived just at the same time as us. They rang a lady from the resort who came out immediately to pick us all up. So that was that settled for us. We went in to the resort, had a lovely pizza, had a lovely picture, had some lovely dessert, met lovely people, chatted an awful long time, and finally got back onto the trail at 6, which was probably an hour later than we had planned, but there you go. And then just carried on hiking. Originally our intention was to do 20 miles today. Because we took 2 longer breaks than usual, one to dry out and one just because we were in the restaurant and eating and chatting and having a good time, we didn't quite make that. We just started hiking until we said we'll start walking until about 7 and then start thinking about where to camp. And as it happened, 7 o'clock came and we were somewhere here just after this road crossing and found this perfect little spot, and we thought, you know what, we could just carry on for another hour and possibly not find anywhere, or we could just call it quits at this stage. Sometimes you just have to go with the flow, or in our case, all the time you have to just go with the flow. What's with the face?
It's sleepy time.
It's sleepy time, yeah, actually it's good night coffee and then sleepy time. Good night.